Thanks for coming back to my podcast. With this episode, I thought I would cover what seems to trigger my depression. I've noticed that when things are not going the way I feel like they should be going, um, when I'm not getting enough work in my business, or when I'm worried about how I'm going to pay a bill, I notice that's when most of the time I get really depressed. Um, Maybe 80% of the time I can control it, but 20% of the time it's overwhelming. Fear comes over me, and I just can't control it at all. My mind just starts just going and going and going and going. And what am I going to do? How I'm going to survive? How I'm going to pay my bills? How I'm going to eat? It's just an overwhelming feeling. I start having really severe panic attacks. At one time, I was having so severe panic attacks that I was taking CBD gummies. I haven't had any in about 2 weeks now. I've only had maybe 3 panic attacks, which is pretty good because before I was having a panic attack every day. So maybe I'm getting better, I think, at learning how to cope with this depression, or at least how to deal with when I start having my panic attacks. The panic attacks are just very overwhelming at times. I don't know what to do. My mind just goes and goes and goes and goes. So when it's very overwhelming, I'll usually just go to sleep. You know, usually I have to take something to help me go to sleep, like some type of sleep aid, because my mind be going so running 100 miles an hour that I just can't calm it down. So the only way I can calm it down is just to go to sleep. Usually when I wake up, it's better. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm still frustrated, very much so, but I'm not in a panic attack mode. But I'll still be depressed where, I won't eat anything. I'll go almost a whole day without eating anything, eating or drinking anything or getting out of bed. All I want to do is just lay in the bed and sleep all day. I won't want to move. I don't want to do anything. I just basically somewhat, I guess, say give up without totally giving up. But it's the only way sometimes I can just let it pass by, because when I try to fight it too much, it gets even worse. And I feel even worse about myself and the situation. So the more I sleep, the better over time that I get. But I'm still learning to cope when it comes on. It's just very overwhelming. And like I said, I think it's mainly when I get scared that I'm not going to be able to do the things I need to do. And I'm worried about, okay, I jumped out on faith, but am I going to make it? And how am I going to make it? And I get overwhelmed with the thought of having to go back and work for somebody 9 to 5. I hate that more than anything on this earth. With a passion. I hate working for people. The job I had was a cool job. It wasn't hard. I didn't get paid anything worthwhile, but it wasn't hard at all. It was very easy and not even complicated at all. But it was just something burning desire in me that I knew I should be doing something greater or different and being on my own and working for myself. And a lot of times the depression got so bad at work because I just felt like I wasn't accomplishing anything, going to work every day to a dead-end job that I had no way to move up in position. There was no position to move up in. And knowing someday I never would be the boss, most likely, it would take years and years, 20 years probably, before I could ever do anything, though. And I like working for myself and making my own money. And when I feel like maybe I may have to go back to a 9 to 5 job, I get really panicky and the depression gets even worse than it was before. And I'm trying to learn to deal with it. And that is my main problem is when it come on is learning to deal with it. But most of the time, it's because I'm scared and I'm wondering what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Very rarely it comes on because of other situations that are going on in my life. But from time to time, things people say to me trigger it. When people want me to be a certain way and they don't understand that I'm an individual and that 9 to 5 stuff is not for me. And it frustrates me so much that I start having panic attacks because then I start doubting myself and what I feel and what I think. And that causes me to have panic attacks. Sometimes it's just the little things people say, just they don't even be trying to tell me what to do. It's just I can explain it, I don't understand, but it's just stuff that for no reason will trigger it. And I don't understand it, but I'm still trying to learn to deal with it. Sometimes it's just, I wake up in the morning for no reason and I'm depressed. And everything is going well. I'll be doing good in my business, making plenty of money, and I have someone I'm talking to, and everything will be good and great and wonderful, and I'll still be depressed. Sometimes I have nobody to talk to about anything, and things aren't going good, and it's still depressed. It's really no difference in either way. It just comes when it want to come. It's a beast of its own. It has its own mind. It does what it want to do, and I'm still learning to try to conquer it. And trying to have that attitude of what most people say on these podcasts is, oh, just conquer it. You can conquer it if you just put it in your head. You can conquer it. No, that doesn't work for me. I've tried it, and yeah, it gets through sometimes, but sometimes that makes me even more depressed because I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me? I'm thinking it. I'm doing all the things you say I should do, and I'm saying, oh, I got the positive attitude and I should conquer it, but I'm not conquering it. And that makes me even more depressed, and I end up in that darkness in the world because I can't understand what's wrong with me, why it's not working for me like all the other people say it works for them with the positive attitude, but it doesn't work for me that way. So I'm learning to tell myself that every individual is different and that go get it attitude doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work all the time. Yes, you should have a positive attitude, but you cannot have a positive attitude all the time. And sometimes the positive attitude does not help with the depression. Sometimes it makes it worse. Sometimes it makes you feel like the lowest thing on the earth because it's not working for you. And you can't understand why it's not working for you. And that's what I'm learning to deal with and cope with. And that's why I started going to counseling, because it wasn't working for me. The positive attitude, the going out and working hard and doing all the things I was supposed to do, paying my bills and doing all that stuff was not working for me. It is not working for me. But I think a lot of it is because I feel like I have a calling on my life and I haven't figured out exactly what it is, and I kind of may have an idea and I have no way knowing how to accomplish it. So that's part of why I started the podcast, to lead me towards maybe what I'm supposed to be doing and helping others. Maybe that's the calling on my life. I'm not sure. But I hope my talks help somebody who's going through the same thing I'm going through, who don't know why you get depressed, don't know why you started getting depressed, don't know why it's coming on when everything is great in your life. You can have somebody, be with somebody, have plenty of money, and still be depressed. You still feel alone. You still feel like nobody understands you. Nobody gets you because you can talk to you blue and they look at you like you're crazy, and you just can't explain why you can have everything in the world and still just don't want to be here. You still are depressed. You still want to cry. You're still frustrated. You still feel like you're dying inside. and you don't know why, and you can't explain why, and it makes it even worse because you don't know why, and you're frustrated trying to figure out why. And that's what I'm dealing with. And I'm not sure what to do, but I'm trying. And that's all I can tell you is to keep trying every day. When your day is going so bad and you just can't deal no more, go to sleep. That's what I do. Go to sleep, pray, go to sleep. And when you wake up, hopefully it will be better and you'll figure a better way. Sometimes you just have to calm your mind down. Sometimes sleeping is just calming your mind. Or just go somewhere and meditate or listen to music. I have not been able to meditate yet. I can't even calm my mind down to even get to the point of meditation. So for me, sleeping works. Maybe for you, meditation works. Listening to music. Whatever. Find something that works for you and will help you calm your mind down for a while. Even if it's for a whole day, just don't do anything that day. Calming your mind down is an accomplishment. And that's what I have to keep telling myself every day. Even though if I don't get out of bed and don't do nothing, I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. But calming my mind down is an accomplishment. And it helps a whole lot. So just keep trying each day and day. And just know you're going to have plenty of days that nothing you do works. But just keep trying. Just keep trying. Sometimes just give up for that moment and just let that day just go and just say, oh, well, and throw it up and say, I'll try again tomorrow. And sometimes that is accomplishing thing when you just let it go until the next day, because the more you think about it, the overwhelming it's going to get, and the more you're going to get depressed, and the more that dark place will come to you. So just chill your mind out for that day and relax. And thanks for listening to my podcast. Until next time, have a good day.